Is it a good scream or a bad scream?
It's a scream.
Am I within range to hear this?
You are not. You're too infatuated with your mirror and too much going on in the main hall. People worrying about why the lights have just gone off.
I tell Marco, stay here while I investigate. You must not put yourself in danger,
I thought I
you
was in the dining room.
beautiful
Fuck.
young man.
You're in the. You're
Run
in,
into the hall.
you're in like the. You're in the main hall, the ballroom hall,
I thought you said
and this is
the
like the
bar was in
landing
the
hall.
dining.
There's lots of rooms.
Yeah, that's why I asked where I was. Like,
Yeah, no, you're further enough away from the hall where this has gone on.
I will warn you, if I keep on drinking, I'll get worse tonight.
Marco's just gonna be like, be safe, Danix. Because he can't see in the dark, so he's completely blind right now. He's like, what?
So obviously now servants have started to come out and light the torches again, light the candles back up again.
And as the candles lit up, I'm just like on Brad's lap. He got
Sam, what are you doing? I cannot read that.
Help me
Oh.
in backwards. Sam, it's okay. I'm already on Brad's lap
Yep.
because the lights went out.
So
she made her move quickly.
you start. So I imagine you've headed now to the hall, haven't you?
It's probably
I
just
clearly
Danix. He's the only one that heard.
No, yeah. I'm asking Danix. Danix, have you headed to the hall?
Yes, I walk up to the doorway, joining the conservatory to the hall, and just sort of peer around, see if I could discern what it was without sticking my neck out too far.
So what you see is a dwarf lying on the ground.
My God! My kin! I run over to him, and, you alive? Do I need to do CPR? Or the
Yeah,
Heimlich?
leave the medic
CPR, I
behind.
think.
She looks like she has been bludgeoned to death.
Bludgeoned? God.
That means a solid object.
I'm aware.
blunt object.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. Do I see any immediate danger around me? Do I see the perpetrators? Do I see a trail of blood leading to a sword? No, not a sword. A blunt object lying on the floor.
Does he see a
Would you like-
candlestick?
Do I see a candlestick?
Would you like to roll a spot?
Sure, I can roll a spot. Yeah, do I see a candlestick? Then I can light said candlestick. Spot is -1. Why couldn't... 9...
So you see a lot of things in the room that's gone on, but it looks like due to the scuffling of people panicking because of the darkness, any trails have been lost.
Okay.
What would people like to do now?
Since it's lighting up, Marco is going to go in search of
Is the
Danix.
lights coming on?
So yeah, the servants have come out
Oh,
and they're
okay.
lighting all the candles back up.
Ebony's going to go back to the free food buffet. She hasn't heard the scream. She's just going to continue eating free food.
Ajax
still
holds
on
out a
Brad's
shot
lap.
and says, "Do you mind lighting this up for me?"
Brilliant.
Well, you said there's servants lighting the place up, so I call to one of the servants and say, "Can you light this up for me? I want a flaming shot."
Miss Topaz appears and she goes, "Certainly," and lights it.
Topaz, okay.
Miss Topaz. Yeah.
Okay, I put it out and take the shot.
Cool.
Adam's just getting drunk at the bar, just like.
Yeah,
so
I asked.
amazing
So what was that
myself. I'm so
about? Why
amazing.
did the lights suddenly go out?
We do not know why the lights suddenly went out. We're still trying to find that information out. Apparently, there's a lot of murmuring going on though at the moment in the main hall.
Okay, well I better go check that out. And I asked for a tray
A tray.
of drinks to take with me.
You see the
I'm
barman
gonna
just
nudge
kind of
Brad
take
and
out
say
a
we should
tray
probably follow
and
him.
the bar, just put a selection of drinks on it.
Excellent. I take that with me.
Yeah, Branson, we should probably follow him. And I'm expecting you to carry me.
That one doesn't work. What's that?
Everybody's gonna see like people slowly making a move out.
You
And just
know
gonna be like,
you'll do
oh,
it.
are we
You
leaving?
also do it.
Brands
Ebony
are
thinks
kind
you
of.
guys are leaving and follows.
I'm just looking up at you.
So at this point,
Eyes,
there's a lot of
double
murmuring
eyes.
going on, and people are starting to head to the main hall from all the rooms.
I follow the crowd.
Brenda
Okay.
doesn't just like pick her up how she wants. She just kind of grabs her by the leg and holds her over the shoulder.
Well, if you're doing that, I'm gonna slap your ass.
What do you call a sexual?
Sexual harassment.
Sexual harassment.
Are you stuttering, Sam? Are you okay?
Little bit glitchy
You
there.
do remember Riley's a flirty character.
Yeah.
Brands is just following. Mark. Is it like a?
Keep
No,
an eye-
Marco was dancing with Danix
Ajax.
and is
We're
now heading over
following
there.
Ajax.
Following Ajax then.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of just points towards Ajax, and walks towards him in the mirror.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
follow the
I've
mirror,
taken that in my
basically.
other hand with me.
Just got a tray of drinks and a
Yeah.
mirror.
Best night ever for Ajax right now.
Right, Marco's going to be in the main hall with Danix by the body. So he's going to rush over and be like, shit, is this person alive? Which they're going to find out, obviously, they're not. They've been bludgeoned.
So I imagine you've all kind of wandered in, and now you're seeing a bunch of people going. So Mr. Green is standing there, and he goes, "Oh dear, this isn't very good at all."
Do you know this person?
Yes, her name
What's
was
their
Lena
name?
Black.
Are we playing Cluedo?
Yes.
Okay, so we got Miss Black,
Never
who
played
is now...
Cluedo.
Right. Miss Black, dead in the main hall.
A lot of notes now.
Bludgeoned.
Oh, that's loud.
Sorry.
No, it's not you. It's my headset.
Spilled my drink.
Right.
Oh no.
Do
It's
we
a
know?
little
Do you
bud.
know if anyone was in the main hall apart from Miss Black?
I know that the humans and the orcs were heading in this direction, and the only people that were still in the dining room were the halflings.
Is there anyone that can confirm the halflings were there?
I'm not sure where I was. I was either in the main hall, the
all
hallway,
went
or
down
the
to near the
dining room. There's a lot of
bowels.
rooms, I've been told.
Ajax,
But
you all
I'm
with
pretty
us.
sure I saw halflings next to me.
Where's the bar located?
Bar is located in the dining hall, which was where Branza, Rani, and Ajax were.
Okay. So I saw this.
Right. And you said that in the main hall you saw orcs and humans.
Well, no,
I
orcs
would
and
like to do
hum-
a sense motive to see if he's lying to me.
Yep. Could do a sense motive.
Right, what's your sense motive, Marco? It's only
God,
+3.
so
Stop sensing
useless
motives. No, you don't see shit.
No, so you seem to feel a mysterious presence blocking you from feeling anything.
Sense magic.
Yep, go ahead.
It's not a spell. It's just
Oh, is it
it's their
not?
magic.
So you sense that the house has come under some sort of spell.
Is it anything like the orbs? Can I tell if it's like the orby sort of magic?
You can sense that the magic that has been placed over the house is blocking you from being able to sense. As if...
Yep.
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 The full house magic
I was
sense is
saying.
blocked.
Yeah. The magic is the magic set. Your sense magic is blocking you from sensing magic, basically.
What?
Yep.
So basically you're able to sense that the magic is blocking you from using any sense powers.
Oh, right. So the magic on the house is blocking me from actually using my magic.
Yeah.
Or any of the sense motives or such.
hmm
Ah, this just got
Is everyone
trickier.
in like that? We can tell who was in the house in main hall now.
So yeah, so everyone's gathered now in the main hall. All the acquainted residents that are relevant for this.
Right, shut the doors. Is there a spare room? Is there like a small room that leads off from this place? A small room that we could use as an interrogation place. Ajax, bring your mirror. Set yourself up in a small room. We're going to be talking to people.
Well, so Mr. Green spoke to you, and he goes, "Well, the study is a rather small room for its size. It's just off the library."
I will go
Okay.
anywhere Branza goes. Oh,
Round these people up, and you sit. Right.
We need a place to put all these people.
I would like to ask around if anyone saw who was in the main hall. Is there any names that I can gather from this? Any particular people of interest that were in the main hall? And in particular, people who knew Miss Black.
Yep.
Anyone who knew Miss Black, I want their names, and anyone who was round the main hall, near the main hall.
Yep.
At the time.
So would you like to do a gather information?
Sure. Can I get some support from people as well?
Absolutely.
Yes, indeedy.
do you want me to support?
I want gather
Don't think I
information
have
support
many.
from anyone.
Have
So-
minus
What's my
2.
gather information?
So Ajax, I imagine you're either still carrying your
Five.
mirror or
Ooh.
you're looking at your reflection in the tray.
I'm not
Megan.
obsessed with the reflection. I just love myself, so I thought, yeah, I'd bring myself along.
Megan.
Yeah.
With a
Yeah,
minus
I
2,
still,
do you want any help?
I've swapped it for the. I've already finished the drinks on
Literally,
the tray, so I'm
anyone
using
who
that
can help
instead.
me,
So I've got
help
like
me.
a small tray in my hands.
Right. Ebony gets a -1, so let's roll Ebony. Ebony gets 16. Marco's got a 25.
Every time it succeeds, it's like a +2 to the
Yep.
to Marco's roll.
So you can gather from the information you've gathered, there's about 9 people of interest, along with Miss Black, making it 10.
Okay, what are their races?
You've got the 2 elves, the butlers, Mr. Green and Miss Topaz, the 2 human nobles, Mr. Yellow and Miss Ruby,
Are they sisters by any chance? No, continue.
Who's dead? Miss Black, did you say? Or-
Miss
Miss
Black,
Black,
Miss
a
Black.
dwarf.
the dwarf. You have the 2 people from the Orc Warriors clan, Mr. Orange and Miss Amaranth. You have the other dwarf nobleman, Mr. Grey.
Did he personally know Miss Black?
He did. They arrived together in a caravan into the place, into the city.
And you said his name was
Mr. Grey, Gradle Grey.
I don't care about first names.
And then you have 2 people that have yet to know the names of yet, the 2 halflings that were sitting at the bar, Mr. Tarlos Brown and Miss Grader Gold.
Tarlo Brown and Gold. Okay.
What was the name of the hostess?
Uh,
I'm hoping someone's writing this down because I'm
Yep.
not.
Oh yeah, I can't type this
I
fast.
am.
Yeah.
so the noblemen that are hosting this party are the 2 human nobles, Mr. Yellow and Miss Ruby.
I would like to get them 2 into a room and talk to them first of all.
Yep.
I would like to request to a couple of the maids, not the ones that you listed, a couple of different ones, to take the body, give it proper respects, cloth, that kind of shit.
A couple of the servants wander over.
Before
up
that
the
happens,
body.
can I search the body and see if we've got any ideas for the motive, any ideas for why someone would want to kill this
Evidence.
perfectly innocent dwarf?
I look at Marcus. You're pretty good with medical shit, aren't you? Could you try and tell maybe what killed him, or like what looked like can you do some CSI shit?
Marco's going to be kind of startled by the request and then just nod. Can I use my medical kit and get a +2 for being CSI?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sweet, that's +12. Suck my dick.
Nice.
It's like you had that roll ready to go.
No, it's because I know what my heal is. It's +10.
Yeah.
Okay, so you find what looks like brown fragment flakes.
Can
on
I
the
identify
body.
what that's from?
You can tell they're metallic in nature.
They're metal. Like bronze, copper?
More like rust. Like rust that's come off.
And you said this was in the hair.
This was in the hair.
Okay.
And where was the dwarf hit?
The
Yeah,
dwarf
where...
was hit in the back of the head.
Back of the head.
Okay, so someone with a rusty weapon. Can we see anyone in the room who is currently carrying weapons that perhaps look quite rusty? Elves,
Well,
maybe?
I mean, it would be
Orcs?
just an object, I guess.
It could be anything that's got the rust on it. Danix, don't jump to conclusions. Right, I'd like to talk to the two host and hostess.
Before you take them away, I addressed them and said, "What is your smallest room?"
The smallest room we have in the manor is our study,
That's
Sorry.
next to the library.
which is next to the
Excellent.
library.
I
Take
said,
your
"Yeah,
mirror in there, get yourself set up. I'll start sending people through to you.
thank you."
Basically, I already had this worked out. You're going to interrogate anyone I send to you. If
Yes,
they
I
don't
am.
answer me honestly, I'm going to send them to you.
I get into the room. What can I see in this room?
So you see in the room a desk against the wall with a candle and a few books, along with bookcases against the sides of the rooms filled with books.
Okay.
Shame.
So I'm gonna basically tear the whole thing apart and make it so that there's basically a spotlight going into the middle of the room
Okay.
and just a single chair in the middle.
Okay.
You don't want
I
to go
imagine
in
you
there.
move all the stuff that you don't want in there into the.
No, I tip
library.
it over and like wreck the place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I
making
bring my- I
sure
bring
the mirror
my-
is
I bring my-
perfectly
I-
positioned.
Yeah. So the chair's facing me this way, okay,
Yep.
and the mirror's behind, so I can keep
Yep.
checking myself to make sure I look good.
Yep. So the people
He
that
also
are
wants
in
to
the
watch
library,
his muscles flex as he
Yeah.
beats the person in the
Yeah,
chair.
it's just like,
so the
ooh.
people that are in the library just kind of mingling, having drinks. Obviously, because they've scattered now since things.
No,
have-
I told them to all stay in the same room. I told people to get the door shut.
Have you moved?
I
the
wanted
library?
everyone in one place. I'm not
Okay.
making a move until Adam's set up, and I've spoken to the fucking host and hostess that I've tried 3 times already.
I stand outside my room, cross my arms, and just nod at Marco.
Right, I'd like
if
to
I
talk
can
to the
see him.
goddamn host and hostess.
Okay.
Are the other characters going to keep the other ones in watch?
No, I've got Danik by my side. He's my faithful companion. I've sent Ebony
Yep.
to go do what Danik should be doing, keeping an eye out.
So imagine you've got Mr. Ruby, Mr. Yellow, Mr. Yellow and Miss Ruby in the interrogation room now.
No, they're not in an interrogation room. I'm going to be
they're
talking
just
to them.
different.
I'm talking to them out in the public.
They have no
It's-
idea
it's-
what I've done to their
it's- Yeah, Adam's going to be a surprise. Basically, I don't have suspicion on these two, but so I'm going to basically ask
Adam's
them.
the last resort.
I'm
Okay.
gonna ask them for any information about the people that they invited in general, like the reasons everyone else was here. We were invited because we were special guests. Why was everyone else invited? What were their reasons here? Particularly particularly the orc warriors.
Ah, well, since we live in an orc village, it is customary that we invite members of the orc warrior clan to every
Okay.
party. As for the other nobles, it was more of a courtesy that we invited the dwarfs and the halflings.
Okay. So you invited them on courtesy. Do you know if
Who are
there's
you
any?
asking these, by the way, Mr. Yellow or Miss Ruby?
I'm asking them together. They can answer either way. I don't care. I want my information.
Okay. That's Mr.
Marco.
Yellow answered there, by the way.
Okay. I'm going to continue with Mr. Yellow. And I'm just going to ask him, did you know Miss Black personally?
I didn't know Miss Black personally, no.
Of course, males tend not to have anything for gossip. I'm going to turn to Ruby at this point. Servants talk, and you seem like the kind of person that would listen to such servant talk. Did you hear anything? Any
she's-
gossip? The slightest thing? Anything that might have piqued your interest?
She's standing there with a wine glass in her hand, kind of perking, and she's going, I don't know anything that's going on here. I don't mind that Miss Black is dead. I didn't really know her personally. It's none of my business.
I am
Okay,
livid
on
at
the
that
hilt.
comment.
Marco
No,
is
but-
then going to wear a smug grin and look at Danix and is like, you see that? She doesn't care that a dwarf of all people was dead.
Can I
She doesn't
can I
care that
rough
someone
her up?
died.
Can I
Yeah, go
literally just
ahead.
rough her up a bit? Is that
Quick,
intimidating?
no.
Brand
rough
just
her
got
up a
Philip
bit.
her out and he's pointing at the witch with a woman like.
I turn to who is it? Ruby? Miss Ruby?
Miss
Miss
Ruby,
Ruby.
yes.
I turn to Miss Ruby and I say, "How dare you?
Marco's gonna
Listen,
pat
fatso.
Brand's head. What is happening?
Dwarves' lives are worth exactly the same as anyone else's lives, and in fact, as host, it is your duty to protect everyone who comes to this party. Now, be decent."
I do have to agree with my friend here. You have a serious lapse in judgment not caring for your own guests. Not caring that they died in your property. That's certainly going to make other parties quite difficult to host, especially with your lack of security, your lack of care.
Brand just pulls in a
Because-
moment to do this.
As Mr. Yellow said, it was just a courtesy that we invited the other races. As for whether I care or not, you seem to be very upset that my interests lack in that subject.
It seems to me that you're lacking in diversity.
The way
Am
she's
I?
the way she's talking is she just talking as if she's indifferent to Miss Black, or is she, does she
Sounds
sound
like
like
she's
she has
talking
hatred
down to all
behind
the
them?
races right now.
So you can tell that she's a very upper class snob at this point.
I knock on the door,
Yeah.
sort of pop my head in, say, "Hey, Brand, can I borrow your rope?"
So, yeah, you could have my handcuffs, you know.
Yeah, I'd like
just
to borrow
realised
Brand's
something.
rope.
I have pink.
I've got
fluffy
two
handcuffs.
ropes if you want one.
Adam, I just
No,
realised
I'd
something.
like Brand's rope.
Oh, that rope.
Franza can't command without talking, can he?
Yeah, but it can. Anyone
No,
else.
no,
who brings it
anyone
to
who
command-
uses it doesn't answer to you. It just answers to.
Brand's
Can
just the
I
colour.
do something?
You're gonna
Just like
handcuff
Franza.
Franza to yourself, aren't you?
Yes.
Franza for the moment
Brilliant.
just kind of does that, and the rope kind of just extends out of his bag and towards to Adam. To
I go rope shorter, and
Ajax.
it sort of snaps
Adam!
into my hand.
Not Adam. Ajax, is your room set up?
It's about to be.
Excellent.
Would you like me to take anyone with me?
I feel like Miss Ruby has a few things left unsaid at this point.
Okay, Miss Ruby, would you like to follow me? I'm completely nonchalant at the moment. I'm just like, yeah, come along.
As she's
Marco
walking, I take out one of my arrows and just poke her in the behind.
I'm going to smack Danix on the back of the head for that behaviour.
Ow.
Behave yourself.
But
God
what have I
damn it.
done? What have I ever done to you, my love?
It's not what you've done to me. It's how you're embarrassing me in front of others. All right, I'm going to turn to Mr. Yellow and be like, your wife shan't be a few moments. Now, if you excuse me, there are other people to be talking to.
So, Branza, would you like to roll a reflex?
If he resists.
Would you like to
Reflex
resist
to
Rani
what?
putting handcuffs on you?
how do I do a reflex? Wait, how do I get a resist?
Slash 1d20 plus reflex.
Why Ronnie's getting randy. Hold on, Marco, I need to look at your notes.
+5.
I would like to talk to the other dwarf nobleman, Mr. Grey,
Do
but
I
I'd
not have
like
like
to
a
talk to
plus
him
this
privately.
because I could be
Yep.
sneaky doing this.
So you could take him to the billiard room, which would be the second smallest room in the
Alec?
building.
No,
Yeah,
I just want to
no.
take him in private. Just step out the door.
Okay. So just a quick note, Branza, you avoid, like you managed to move your arm just out of the way in time before Rani could latch it on.
Ronnie, convince him it's a friendship bracelet.
Yeah, I want to convince him it's a friendship bracelet. I'll
Granta?
diplomacy this.
Yeah, Branza.
Surely that's a bluff. You're lying to him.
Okay, bluff, bluff, bluff. Yeah, bluff.
Yep. Do you want to roll a bluff? Roll a bluff.
I will roll a bluff.
It'll be versus the sense motive.
Yeah, why Ronnie's trying to handcuff Branza? I would like to talk to Mr. Grey just outside the room with Danix by my side because I know he's not going to leave me.
Yep.
You
Okay.
bet your ass I'm not.
Look at that fucking smile on her face.
Okay, so you successfully bluffed Branza. Branza, what is your response?
You believe me. This is the thing. You believe.
Franza's arm
It's
just
like
goes
bluff.
out like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna handcuff you to me now. You don't go anywhere without me.
Can I just quickly ask, why is Branson not talking? Is
Sam
there
can't
like
be
a
bothered
thing?
to do his voice today.
My voice hurts, let alone doing Branda's voice.
Just talking
So-
a normal voice. I think we'll understand, Sam.
Yeah.
No, my actual voice hurts. So
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's cool.
So have I got Miss Yellow in the room now? Or Miss
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 Ruby.
Miss Ruby. Miss Ruby.
Yep.
Excellent.
So yeah, so you've got Miss Ruby. So just before we go over to you and Miss Ruby,
Yep.
what questions would you like to ask Mr. Gray?
I'd like to ask him what kind of level did he know Miss Black on? What was his relationship with her? Because they did arrive together.
Yep.
I'd also
So-
like to offer him my condolences.
I'd like to compliment on him on his beard as well, if he has one, which I hope he does because he's a
He
dwarf.
does. He is a dwarf,
Excellent.
and he kind of just wobbles a bit and burps very loudly, and he goes, Miss Black was a nice lady. She was very pretty too.
Do you know if there was any animosity between her and any of the other guests?
I know that her invitation was a bit more personal than most people's, but
Personal
don't-
how?
it was just kind of written weird.
Explain.
How do I explain?
Do you have the
human
note?
shit?
Do you have the... Pardon?
You know, human shit, because the letter was written by our hosts, I think. I don't know.
Do you not understand common writing? You're a dwarf. Most dwarfs tend to know dwarven and common.
I understand. I just. Whatever. So he's heavily drunk. And
I'm
Doesn't
going
really
to
have-
make him sit down just on the floor. I'm going to kneel down so I'm eye level with him. Do you happen to have the invitations on you?
yeah, here's mine. And he kind of just hands out his invitation.
Did Miss Black have hers on her person?
She did not, because you searched her earlier.
Well, Danix did, but I
Yeah.
don't trust him to search for a bag of gold on her for body, for God's sake.
You
Right,
didn't actually roll for
but-
that.
No! Bad dwarf. Don't.
I just
Right.
hug her. I'm sorry.
Right.
Hit
So
him.
I think
Him.
just before we move on to Mrs. Red's interrogation, we're going to take a quick break.